Hello everyone, I am Joe Berrow, owner of Berrow Motors, and you may know me from the Shifting Metal YouTube channel. Today I am at G3 Castleford and we are doing Under the Hammer. I'm here with Liam Corcoran. He's invited me into the back of a Qashqai, which is quite an offer I obviously couldn't turn down. We're going to be talking about market, bidding on cars, all sorts really. Liam can lead the questions and I'm going to do my best to give you my answers.
Let's do it.
So Liam, I need to ask you, I've kind of been asking around, I've been finding the auction market quite strong at the minute. Hammer prices are like quite high. Is that what you're finding? What can I expect today is what I want to know.
So I think in general the whole market as a whole is very strong. It's stable at the moment. I think we'll find over the coming weeks the sort of 5-6 year old 60,000 miles and less market will maybe soften a little bit. Supply and demand's good, but I think it's just going to soften a little bit because prices have been really high lately.
Yeah, as I've been saying, so it seems like I get the feeling that people are bringing down the values of what they're buying as well, so there's a bit more demand there.
I think if you come down the market and you're sort of in between 5 and 17k, demand's really strong now. I'd probably say that's the biggest point in the market, or the strongest point in the market at the moment. Yeah. Sort of under that, I think more and more people are coming back into that arena now.
So, yeah, everyone kind of bunches up and there's a bit more demand then, isn't there?
That's it, which is great for an auctioneer.
Great for an auction house, yeah.
Maybe not so good for you today.
Yeah, absolutely. I wanted to ask you a question because you will know better than I do. Cap prices, how often do they actually update? Is it a daily thing, monthly?
So there's now sort of two. So traditionally it's always been monthly, but now I don't know if you're familiar with this Cap Live, which is sort of a live feed of all data coming in from various different sources, which sort of gives you that daily movement of vehicles. Yeah. There's a lot of cars in the market at the moment where you can sort of throw cap out the window. Yeah. A hell of a lot of cars in the market where you can do that. Yeah. Again, it's down to sort of supply and demand, isn't it? But yeah, so there is a daily movement now across cars, which is helpful from both sides. It depends what you're looking at.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I think when I'm sat there watching an auction, if I've put what I think is quite strong proxy bids in, for example, or I'm bidding up to what the cap price may be, and I'm even willing to go over, but they're still going more. Yeah. Say like every car goes £1,000 over cap, and I think to myself, God, everything's going really strong, the demand's really high, but that's no longer the cap price, is it?
No, it's not. No.
The cap price has now changed as a result of that.
Exactly.
So I'm just curious how quickly it updates. So it is daily. So if you come in one weekend, demand seems quite strong. Things should readjust.
So when you're looking to stock up, how do you choose what to stock up with? Is it a purely supply and demand, or do you go with your heart, your head, or?
I'm probably quite well known for going with my heart rather than my head, although I'm trying to switch that, trying to be a bit more efficient and using all the data these days. Everyone's using their data, so all the things you got like from your Auto Trader retail rating and trying to nice low mileage examples. But generally speaking, if I'm looking for something to buy rather than it being offered to me, so if I'm coming to auction like today, I want to find, it's got to have something about it, a little extra. So whether it's the Titanium X version, so it's got the nice wheels and the body kit, it kind of stands out. If you're scrolling through an auction catalogue and it stands out to you because it's got nice alloy wheels and nice bits and pieces on it, it's going to do the same when it's on, you know, on Auto Trader and someone's looking through the car. So I want something that people will search out. Yeah, so
they'll actively go out and look for.
And I find it really difficult to kind of get excited and bid on like humdrum, boring,
like, you know, run-of-the-mill
little hatchbacks and things.
I think for me it's a bit of a double-edged sword because I've seen people do it both ways. And I think if people get too hung up on Auto Trader rating, or the data is great, and it is great, cap data and bits and bobs, but I think it can stop people buying sometimes. Yeah. I think if I was a buyer, I would like to try and hit somewhere in the middle and go a little bit with my heart. Although buying cars on emotion is bad. There's no two ways about it. It's bad. I think I'd end up with a forecourt of just all leery colours. Yeah. But I think a blend of both is good. Yeah, I do think it just stops some people buying cars if they're just data driven. Yeah,
I used to completely ignore the data. I'm just trying to introduce it a
little bit. I think if people just come to an auction and that's all they're armed with is the data, I think they'll have a really hard day buying.
The data's great, but you do need experience to go with it, which 100%. Is exactly what you're saying, because you could get a base spec, you know, Toyota Aygo in flat red. Yeah. With no air conditioning, and Auto Trader will tell you there's 100 out of 100. It's taken the kind of the market average, the car average, and then but you need to be able to say red's not always the most popular colour. Sorry if that stops you selling many red cars, but And then also it hasn't got the specification, and just think from my point of view, okay, it says it's great, but if it was me buying it, would I want air conditioning? I probably would on a 5-year-old car. So yeah, you do need some experience as well, which is why coming to the auctions is great, because you get to get amongst everyone else and get the feel for what people are bidding on, what they're doing, what they're looking at. Yeah. And yeah, it's probably good for my buying technique to get to the live auctions once in a while.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Right, Liam, thanks so much for having me. As much as I've enjoyed being in the back of a Qashqai with you, I am keen to get out there and have a look around this stock. I'm really hoping to try and get a few bought. So yeah, thanks so much.
I'll see you
on the rostrum on the other side.
You will.